Hello, Language Explorers. It's me, Anne, from Walk a Day English, where we provide daily walk themes combined with English language learning. If you are new to WADE, check out our welcome video to see how it all works. Today's video is all about breaking out of your comfort zone, discovering your own space, and boosting your English along the way. If you want to grow your vocabulary, practice real-life speaking, and bring more excitement to your learning, this is the video for you. Let's start with how leaving our comfort zones, even just a little, can supercharge our English vocabulary. Please remember to do it safely. I always tell my students I want to push them out of their comfort zones, but not into a shark tank. When you walk in your space, you see things you might not notice otherwise. Stepping out, trying a new route, or saying hello to someone new exposes you to fresh words, signs, and experiences. For example, maybe today you spot a mural you hadn't noticed before. You can describe the colors, the shapes, or what the mural shows you in English. Or perhaps you try a different path and see a construction worker. Do you know the words for their tools or what they're doing? Or maybe you decide to go into a store and ask a staff member a question. There are so many ways to get out of your comfort zone. Every walk is a chance to collect and use new words. Don't worry if you feel nervous. I do too when I'm getting out of my comfort zone. But when you're walking in somewhere new and talking to someone new, it's okay to feel nervous. Growth happens when you challenge yourself just a little at a time. Take small steps together. We'll be surprised at how quickly your word bank grows. Now, let's look at 4 powerful verbs we can use on every walk. Say, speak, tell, talk. These verbs are super useful for describing your walking experience in your WADE journal. Each one has its own personality. So say plus something. So she said hello to me. When we take a look at tell, tell is plus someone plus something. And we're always going to have someone after tell. So I told my friend about the trail. These two are pretty strict in their patterns. The next two have a little bit more flexibility. So speak. Speak plus a language. I speak English or I speak French. We can also say speak with or to someone about something. So I will get a sentence like this. I spoke with a tourist on the trail. I could also say I spoke to a tourist on the trail. I could say I spoke with a tourist. I don't need to say where I was. I could say I spoke French with a tourist on the trail about the map. So I can keep adding or subtracting to that sentence. It's a lot more flexible. The second one is similar. With talk, I will talk to or with someone, and I will talk about something. So, for example, we talked to the guide about the painting. So that's both patterns together. I could also say we talked to the guide. I don't have to say what I talked about. I just say who I talked to. Or I could say we talked about the painting. Who I talked to is not a focus of this particular sentence. So say and tell are a little bit strict in their patterns. Speak and talk have a little bit more flexibility. Here are a few ways I could use them in speaking in my own walking journal. I could say, the shopkeeper said, "Good morning," as I passed by. I told myself to walk one more block today. I spoke a few words in English to a neighbor I'd never met before. I talked about my day with my friend while we walked in the park. Try describing your own walk using these verbs. Maybe you can write, I said hello to the gardener, or I talked about the weather with my friend. Remember, these verbs bring your stories to life. It's okay if your sentences aren't perfect. What matters is that you are trying. Challenge yourself to write or say one sentence with each verb after your next walk. And I'd love to see your sentences in the comments. You can download today's PDF guide linked in the description. All this information and some journal questions are there to guide you through today's walk and my journal entry. Now, are you ready for some real speaking practice? This is the part of the video where we work on shadowing together. You will repeat what I say, paying close attention to how I say my sentences. I'll say a sentence and you'll repeat after me. For example, today I spoke to someone new on my walk. I told myself to explore a different street. My neighbor said her favorite flower is a daisy. I talked about my plans for the weekend with my friend. Give it a try. As I read my journal entry to you, shadow what I say. Feel free to pause, go back, and repeat as often as you like. Practicing out loud is the best way to build your confidence. You could even practice this while you're on your walk, and you could be push yourself way out of your comfort zone. Let's go take a look at my journal. This was a challenge, getting out of my comfort zone. I'm really nervous going into places where I don't feel like I belong, even though I know it is perfectly fine to be there. That was the case with this building. The Royal Canadian Military Institute was built in 1890. It was incorporated into the condo tower about 10 years ago. I have walked by it many times, and I see display cases just inside the door. Today, I told myself to go in and check it out. So I did. I walked past the cannons and went in nervously. In the lobby, there were two display cases talking about Canadian military. No one came up to me or spoke to me, so I felt okay and took some pictures quickly. From the plaques, I learned about the building's history and a bit about our involvement in peacekeeping missions in former Yugoslavia, Afghanistan, and during the Gulf War. They displayed different artifacts, but I was uncomfortable staying for too long, so I didn't read everything they said. I was telling my friend about my triumph. I was so proud of myself for being brave and going in. Then he told me that there was more to see and that there was a whole museum inside the building. I couldn't believe it. I wish he had told me that before I went, or that the concierge had said something before I left. The museum is open to the public, but you need to make an appointment first. Guess I will make an appointment and go again. I am still proud of myself for going in. I should have spoken to someone there, but I didn't. However, because I went and I talked about it, I learned about the museum, and I wouldn't have had I not gone in the first place. I will count this as a win for me. You are more than ready to step out, be curious, and use your English in new ways. Every walk, big or small, is a chance to learn, grow, and celebrate your progress. So get your shoes on, find your space, and share your stories in English. both on the page and out loud. I can't wait to read your journal entries and hear about how you stepped out of your comfort zone today. If you would like to get personalized feedback on your journal entry, become a WADE member by signing up on our website. Take a look at the next video for another great Walkaday English language adventure. If you liked this video and would like to see more, click on the subscribe button. Until our next walk, stay safe and go explore your space, one word at a time.